Well, Michael, a good workout for your team. You had to work hard for that victory in the end.
Yeah, we did. I think it was a sort of classic case of going 2 goals up, being quite comfortable, having some, pretty good moments in the earlier part of the first half. And then what can happen, obviously, when, 2 things: when you've got a lot of young players in the team, and when you obviously mix the teams up as much as what we did. There was a little bit of lack of concentration, especially in that second half, lack of intensity, too many misplaced passes. I'm trying not to be sort of too frustrated. The players know exactly how I feel, and the quicker I move on, the better.
In the first half, Callum Stewart enjoyed himself. A couple of really nicely taken goals, up to 3 now for pre-season. That's not going to do his confidence any harm, is it? No,
and he took them really well. Obviously 2 very, very different goals. Obviously nice guiding, gliding header for the first one, and obviously, a lot of players at times would have taken that second opportunity in one touch, where he had the calmness to take the touch and obviously slot the ball home. So yeah, delighted for Callum. Him and Lloyd in that first half had some sort of decent spells as a pairing as well, so that was good. And like a lot of the positives that come from tonight was the 2 goals, the passes and the balls that come in from that left hand side for the 2 goals were good. I enjoyed. But beyond that, I think obviously Toby had a good night for us, especially late on in the game. But again, look, I've got to be careful. It is, the 3rd outing. A lot of the players have only played maximum 60 minutes up to now, and hopefully, the performances. I was going to say the results, but I suppose it shows where my mindset is tonight. But no, I think it's one of them where as a group, it looks like there was no injuries, which is a positive. Fitness levels obviously are getting better and better, and we're sort of gearing up for the 2nd of August.
And you're involving lots of the younger players who are getting lots of minutes in these pre-season games. How much are you enjoying watching them, and how important is this in all part of their development, their learning curve? Yeah,
it's massive. It's massive for them, probably a lot more so than some of the senior players. I certainly wanted some of the senior players to take a little bit more responsibility and help them through, those moments where it gets a little bit tough. And I'm sure we'll do that a little bit better throughout the season. But no, the young players, they're sort of standing up to sort of the physicality as best they possibly can, and I quite enjoy. There was 1 or 2 tussles tonight, 1 or 2 1v1 situations with the young lads who were in against men and against sort of lads who are playing at this level on a regular basis. So for them to sort of come through that, it'll be a big bonus.
In terms of injuries, we've yet to see in pre-season a number of players: Alex Gilead, Tom Anderson, Max Matter. There was no Tom Sang tonight, and no Ricardo Denanga either. What's the situation with all 5 of them?
So Ricardo has had a couple of sort of breakdowns with a couple of Achilles issues. So obviously you've seen 20 minutes of him on Saturday, but he pulled up again yesterday in training. Tom had an issue with his calf about a week or so into training, so that's why he's missed the first 3 games of pre-season. Bolton probably will come a little bit too soon for him, because he's done a lot of work with the medical staff, but he's not sort of been integrated back into the group as yet, but we hoping will be Thursday or Friday. So it might be, Kidderminster might come soon for Tom, but Bolton might just be an opportunity for him. Gilly and Max had a couple of issues a few days in. They've trained for a couple of days now, so they'll definitely get minutes against Kidderminster, which is obviously a positive one. There's one more, isn't there?
Tom Sang?
Tom, yeah, he had a little bit of an issue yesterday. He was due to get minutes tonight, but we didn't want to take any risks, so again, he'll be another one that I'll look to get minutes on Saturday.
5 new signings already this summer. Are you close to adding to that?
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping that we'd have a new one by this evening, to be fair. at the weekend, but there's been a little bit of a setback, not in terms of whether the player's going to come or not, just more in terms of the opportunity to come. So potentially by the end of the week, but probably more like the start of next week before we see him.
Have you an idea how many new players you would like to bring in to the squad ahead of the start of the season?
Well, it's like anything, I suppose, where a lot of the time finances that can dictate things, but in terms of numbers, we're still a couple of places down. Obviously, you've seen tonight that we've had a lot of kids involved to try and make sure that we protect the minutes of the players, the senior players, so they get that gradual build up before the season starts. So we've one or two sort of new faces possibly coming in before obviously the start of the season. That would allow us obviously to have a better balance in terms of giving players a rest and giving players the minutes when they need them. And we're hopeful of that, and hopefully that'll be the case.
Thanks for your time, Michael.
Cheers, sir.